And
Okay.
all right. So, hello everyone, and welcome as you join this exciting call with Sharon here today. People are joining, and I'm super excited to do this call with you, Sharon. We haven't done this live video yet with you, so this is exciting for me. So, thank you
And
for joining us.
thank you. I'm so excited and pumped up about this. I can't wait to connect to everybody. Thank you for doing this.
Oh, you're so welcome. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about my experience of working with Sharon, and Sharon's also going to talk about it was what, like a week and a half ago that you initially launched on our telesummit. So
Yeah.
I just want to kind of touch base and see. I know you've worked with a lot of people, so I'd love to hear what's coming up, what you're finding. That's a common theme with our community. I'm sure there's some commonalities there.
Yes.
And then we're going to take lots of live callers as well. So if you guys are joining and you want to raise your hand, you can go ahead and get in line for that, as well as you can write in comments. And I think, Sharon, you said you need a full name, right? If I'm reading
If,
comments.
yes, if you're reading the comments, please put a full name so I can get the exact frequency of your being.
Okay, awesome. And so we're going to be doing
Yeah.
mini body scans readings today with Sharon. So that's super exciting. And before we do that, I just want to quickly share my experience with you, because I really wasn't sure what to expect. I just knew that lots of people were saying, oh my gosh, Sharon's fantastic. You have to work with her. So I reached out
Thank you.
to you and asked if we could do that. And you graciously accepted. And one of the things, before we started was you said, do you have anything in particular you want to work on? And at that time, I didn't. Like, I just kind of wanted to see what came up. And it was it was such a powerful session on many levels. So on first, you took me through my body and just kind of what was coming up as you went through each organ and each piece. And I have to tell you guys, everything that came up and everything that Sharon said with me was spot on. And it was basically stuff I didn't want to look at. I'd rather just kind of like put it over here and not deal with it. And the thing is about that is it's starting to affect my body. So that's, like if I don't want to either release it or deal with it and work on it, it's starting to affect how my body is working and functioning properly. So, and it started with my brain. I know the first thing with my brain, you were like, whew, I haven't seen a brain that busy in a long time. I was like, cool, tell me about it. But there was just, the overlying theme for me was, taking time for myself, putting myself and my needs as a priority, and all of these kind of things were coming up, and which I know, but it's always like, oh, I'm too busy to deal with that. I'll deal with it later. And having that scan and that reading and that clearing with Sharon really kind of helped me take a step back and helped me really look at my priorities and what am I living for and what is my body trying to tell me that I'm not listening to, and either take care of it now and work on it now, or down the road, who knows what's going to happen. But it was really a wake up call / kick in the rear end that I really needed. And you gave me tools, and you did clearings, and one of the tools that you gave me, I do religiously every night, like do it clearing and releasing before I go to bed. And I have been sleeping so much better. The first night I had this like vivid dream. Of course it was about work, but still, like it was like, but it was like this profound, like, oh, we need to do this. And it was kind of like just kind of tapping into that creativity, which I was being kind of creatively starved there for a while just because of my busy brain. And I love creating. It's one of my favorite things that I do. So to be able to wake that back up has been really exciting for me, as well as, since that session, I've been taking time every day. So I've been reading and
Nice.
meditating and closing down shop as quickly as not as quickly, but as early as I possibly can each day, and really sticking to that. And it's really just helped me feel much better.
Nice. I'm
And
so
things are going much, much smoother, and doors are opening and things are shifting. So I truly, truly appreciate, everything that you did for me. And I know I'm hearing it within our community too. People are really excited about the work that you do. So thank you.
Thank you. I'm so happy to hear that because we all get the little whispers and we just let it go by and let it go by. So then the whispers are getting louder and louder. And then we want to catch it before it goes into some kind of a dis-ease or something that's, I don't like to scare people and say, you got to do this or else. But the body is so exciting because it's here to support us and tell us, hey, pay attention to this in your life. It's all about our life. Our body is just kind of a light system. Hello, this is red, this is green, this is yellow. Pay attention here,
Yes.
So why not take advantage of it and really listen in and know what it's about and deal with it? Because if you don't deal with it when it's just a whisper or a little louder, then it gets louder and louder, and we don't want to get to a point where it's harder to deal with it. We want to deal with it when it's easier.
Yeah.
And if you do have a problem that's been there for a while, then we take little steps to get there to the healthy place, and then once your awareness, for me, the major thing is the awareness. Because if you have the awareness about your body and you're listening in, then you know what you're called to do for yourself. And
Yeah.
I'm here to give the tools and to help clear things. And of course, I want to say this. Yes, I would love to tell you I'm going to clear it now and it's gone. But realistically, how many, and it's possible. It is, some people do have that capability of letting it in and going with it from then on. But how many people that have had a chronic disease or something that has been bothering them the whole life are just going to let it go like that? It's not as realistic, although I would like it to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and that's the one thing that I've noticed with a lot of people that have jumped in on your package is people are buying with the one session and then upgrading to the bigger packages, because I'm telling you, this session, guys, is so powerful and so insightful into your body and how it communicates with you. And then the additional sessions, just taking it further and going more and more. So it's like layer, right? Layer after layer after layer.
Exactly. It's like, first it's like peeling the onion to get deeper down into what is not the way you want it to be. And then it's about really setting up your life in a way that everything works out in an easier manner, and that you're aware of what you want your life to be like. Because that's what I noticed with the community, that many people know, a lot of us are healers, a lot of us that I've been talking to. And so the general direction, you just have, it's not clear how to get there. And the body kind of supports you in telling you, okay, if you know how to look at this and heal this for yourself, you can help others. And if you get this out of your way, whatever problem, it's about our lives. It's not about the body as much as about our lives. So if we have things in our lives that, listen, I am the first one to tell you, I am the best at hiding things from myself, like the very best. There's no others. But all of us that have an ego, and we all do, and the smarter you are and the more in your head that you are, the more you can hide things from yourself. So I'm here to kind of shine the light and say, hello, maybe we should look over here, Let's look at it, clear it, learn how to set up a new pattern. A lot of the things is about okay, 95 or 90, I think I've said this before, 95 or 96% of our time, we act out of our subconscious. We're not conscious, whether we got it at home, things that our parents said, money doesn't grow on trees, or, people are mean, people that are rich are mean, or anything not only to do with money, but other things that we are just been putting into our subconscious. And many times I see that it's from other lives, or in vitro, when our moms was pregnant with us and we got all this information. But we bring it all to this life, and we have the same problem under a different story, so we can heal it and move on, so we can understand what it is we wanted to learn, and then we can move on. So I just show what the pattern is, and we take steps how to correct it and how to change the way the neurons fire, so that we don't go back to that old pattern. We create new ones. And one of the things that I always use for myself is, it's a Buddha quote that says, "The journey of 1,000 miles starts with one step." So I get overwhelmed, and all of us do. So I don't want to think about, I do have a target in mind, and I can help the person figure out which direction they're going in. But we don't focus on that. We focus on the next little step, baby steps. That way we know how to change things in a comfortable way and not push the envelope too much, So
Yeah, that's so important. And that is so, like, when you walk us through those, it's so gentle and kind, and also it is that light. Like, it does feel like that. Like, seriously, you knew nothing about me when you started, and it was I was like, how does that tell that? Like, how does that part of my body tell that? Like, it was just so fascinating. So anyway, we have lots and lots of hands raised. So let's get started.
Great.
You're ready.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So our first caller is Mary Ann. Mary Ann, I'm bringing you over, and your mic may or not may be on. It might not. Oh, I see it. So yay!
Hi.
Hi, Mary Ann. Can you hear us?
Yes, thank you.
You're
welcome.
I
Sorry.
just put a note on it. My name is Mary Ann Becker, and
Hey, Marianne.
I wasn't sure if I should ask for something in particular, but I was encouraged just to let you go with what is my primary thing that is coming up for me.
Okay, I'm going to close my eyes for a minute so I can look inside your body, okay?
Yes, thank you.
Well, actually, a few lights went on, but I'll go as much as I can. The first thing that lit up for me is the heart area. So without having to really go deep, I will tell you that there's a lot of injury to the heart in a energetic way. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming that you've had a few hard hits on your heart.
Yeah.
Yes. And so in a physical way, let me see. And by the way, I'll tell you everything that lit up before I go into the physical heart. But it was heart, it was stomach, it was your thyroid, and your head, all lit up for me. So if we had the session, I would be going one by one. I would be going from top to bottom and telling you exactly how it connects to your life. But for the heart, I just want to check it physically, and then I want to clear some of the layers. We don't have enough time for me to do all the layers, but I'll do some of them.
Thank you.
So let me see. So your left side of the heart, well, let me say that your right side of the heart is energetically is almost not there. That's how much it was hurt. So I want to go in there and kind of plump it up and revive it. Do you have, by the way, do you have any heart problems that you're aware of?
No.
Okay. So I'm glad we got this now because,
Yes.
yeah,
Thank you.
yes.
My mother did, and there's heart problems in her family, and my
Mm-hmm.
brother has heart problems, but I have never been told that I have a problem.
Good. I'm glad because we're going to get this now energetically.
Thank you.
If you feel kind of tingling or something pushing on you, it's just me inside of you. Because I do have your permission. Otherwise, you wouldn't call, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you.
I'm very grateful.
Okay. So now I have a cosmic committee. I call them a cosmic committee, my guides, and I have a lot of like medical professionals on the other side, for lack of a better term, and they're in touch with your guides and they work together. So I'm going to ask them to keep working on you, and I could tell you one more thing while they work on you. Okay.
Yes.
Let's see which direction we're going to go. So all your emotions show up in your stomach. Do you know that? Do you pick up things in your stomach?
Yes, absolutely. That's
Yeah.
my
That's your thing.
issues.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, the main thing is sitting like in the middle. So it means to me that there are issues of self-worth and your power. And I would love for you to, I don't want to sell the sessions, but I would love to help you to get more into your power. But let me see how I can do it now on the phone call. And that's where your head is. When I mentioned the head at the beginning, it is because you're not clear on the direction that you want to go or you should be going into. And so that all works together. Your head is, you might not feel it, but I see it lit up for me, meaning that you're confused about it. So the self-worth, did you get the affirmation page that comes with, oh, you didn't get the thing. Okay. I'll give you some affirmations. Okay.
Thank you.
Yes. The affirmation for you would be, I love and accept myself unconditionally. That's the first one. The second one is, everything is unfolding in its right time. I'm ready to step into my power now. Okay, these two are big, so I'm going to let you sit with those, okay?
Yes.
Okay, and our teams will keep working together so we can check on someone else. Thank you so much for doing this. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm very grateful to you, Sharon.
Thank you. I'm sending you lots of love. I'm wrapping you with love and blessings.
I
Thank
can
you.
feel.
Thank you, Marianne.
Thank you.
Sharon, if Marianne does decide to buy a package, do you recommend her doing one with a session with you?
Absolutely. There's so much I want to tell her and give her, but I'm considerate of the other people that are waiting to talk. So yeah, that would be nice for you, Marianne. If you could do that, that would be wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thanks, Marianne. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gretchen.
You're welcome. All right, Sharon, your video froze, but we can hear you fine. So,
Oh,
just so
okay.
everybody knows, but it's nice and bright. It's not shaded, so it's a nice bright picture of you.
Okay, that's good. I'm glad. I don't know what that happened. I guess it's the energy, because I have a lot of entities or guides or whatever you want to call it around me, so they might throw off the energy.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
All
So I
right.
apologize for that.
Okay, so I have a comment here from Russell DiCarlo. He says, "Hi, I was wondering if Sharon can do a scan of my spine. I recently injured it shoveling snow. Has a disc injury. Can it be healed? Are there stuck emotions related to this injury? Many thanks."
Yes. So the spine is also the ability to live your strength and your power. I do see that your lower back, I would say the L5 or L4 are out of whack. And there is a little bit of a seepage of the fluid of the disc. Yes, you could definitely heal it. I would also say to you that it is important that you step into your power. And by that, I mean that I feel like you do things in your life that you need to do to take care of things, but you don't really take the time to ask yourself, is that really what I want to do? Is that really making me happy besides taking care of everything and everybody? What step can I take in the direction of living what I want to be and what I want to do with myself? And even if you're doing a job that makes you that you like, there's still more to it than that. There's more that you want to do that you haven't even allowed yourself to go there. So that is on an energetic level, on a spiritual level. And on a physical level, I would say acupuncture would help. And I would also make you give yourself some power. Don't give your power away. And play with your hands. You guys can't see me yet, I think. But if you put your hands together and you take like in a prayer position and you take them apart a little bit and bring them back together and you do that a few times, you'll start feeling the energy. Have an intention of healing yourself and bring the hands to the back where your disc is slipped. I feel like it's on the left. And just hold your hands there and feel the energy that you're bringing in to heal it. And just keep doing that. And by you taking the correct steps to be more in your power and to do things that make you happy, it will correct itself. The body heals itself. The body can heal itself in no time at all. We just don't believe it, and we don't intend for it to happen because we don't think it can happen. So know that it can happen for you. Thank you.
So such a powerful message. So Russell, let us know how that landed for you and
Yes.
how it was received, please.
Thank you, Russell.
Yes. All right. So let's bring over our next caller, who is Kim. Kim, I'm bringing you over. Sharon, can you see the other video people when they come over?
I don't. Oh yeah. Now, hi
Oh, let
Kim.
me
Now I
unmute
see you.
myself.
Hi,
Hi
Kim.
Kim.
Hi there.
How are you?
Wonderful. Thank
Good.
you so much for picking me. I'm so excited. I have had this um, ongoing discomfort in the top of my left or my right, like shoulder and my neck.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's starting from the lower back, but that's where it's kind of presenting itself now.
Okay. So, in just so you know, the neck is about conflict that you have in your head. The shoulder is about overload, and the right shoulder is about the right side is about going forward in life and doing things, because the right is a masculine side, and that's the doing, and the left is the feminine, more of the being. But for you, both of them are on the right. I do see that on the left bottom you also have something with, let me just make sure I'm sitting straight. It might be your right. That lower back, I do see that it bothers you. Well, so this is it. The lower back is about identity, or about worries, financial worries as well. But to put it all together for you, let me just go in for a moment into your body. Do I have your permission? Let me see you. She's frozen for me. Can you hear me, Gretchen?
I can hear you, yes. And yes, Kim is frozen.
Okay. But it doesn't matter.
We're done here.
I'll just go into your body for a moment to see if I get. So the whole right side lights up for me, from the shoulder, from the neck, the shoulder, down the arm. So are you giving too much of yourself, Kim?
I don't think so, but maybe.
Okay. I would look at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will definitely look at that.
Or doing a lot of things that you're not really okay about doing. You just do them because you need to do them, but it's not because they make your heart sing.
That's definitely what I'm stepping out of and trying to do what makes my heart
Good.
sing now.
Yay. I'm glad to hear that. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me work on you for a moment.
Thank you so much.
Sure. And for everybody, if you have pain anywhere, you can bring in blue light. Blue, the frequency of blue is very calming and healing. So just to give you a tool, and it just bring it to all the places that hurt you and wrap them up with this blue light and go in very deeply in every cell. Feel that you go into every cell of the places that hurt you with this blue light. Have the intention of healing you, because the intention is very important. And know that you're powerful enough to do it on your own. And I'm glad to hear that you're going in the right direction.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Very nice.
But definitely the financial worry is the thing. So
Yes.
You're exactly right.
Okay, well, so, if you start, I've seen it for so many people. If you start doing the things that make your heart sing, that you love to do, that you're happy doing, you attract different things. You attract things that, abundance is one of the things that you can attract when your heart expands, because you feel happy doing what you want to do. So I'm sure you know that, but I'm still clearing you while I'm talking. I mean, my team,
I agree.
Yeah.
And it's probably connecting to, I have an old injury on the between L4 and L5. You said it for the last person.
Right. And
on the right. So it's all connected.
Yeah, and it does go down your leg as well, the old injury. So I'm clearing that too.
Oh, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Sorry, I'm burping, which means that things are moving.
Clearing, yeah. No, that's music to my ears.
Okay. Try to be polite.
Yeah, that's okay. Oh, good.
Nothing like doing that on video.
Exactly.
I'm like, just out of bed, burping for everyone.
But it's all good. We're all a loving and community, we all surround you with acceptance. Yes.
Totally. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for doing this. I'm glad. You'll probably keep doing that. Also, just to say, I didn't say about Russell. I'm also doing Russell because it's not fair. He wrote in. I want to help him out as well. So I asked my team to. Good. Yeah.
Yes.
Russell, know that we're working on you as well.
Awesome.
Very good. Thank you.
Kim, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Let us know how things go for you.
Yeah, and also which package would you recommend for me? Is it just one reading or one session?
So this is it. the B is half-hour session in which I cannot go deeply. I can go to one area and work on that, maybe two if we have more time. But, but if you want me to go through your whole body, then it's the last package, because that has an hour and a half and I could go very deeply. And you
Okay,
could split it up. You could do an hour where I could go deeply, and then wait a couple of weeks for the energy to move out of the way, and we could do another half hour.
Okay, cool. That's perfect.
Okay.
Excuse me.
It's okay. No, I'm
Thank
loving
you,
this.
Kim. You're great.
Thank you,
You're
Kim.
awesome. Thanks
Wow.
for joining.
Thank you. I don't think you can see me, but I'm applauding you.
We could feel it.
Yeah.
I do want to give the order link so everybody has it. It's orderjoynow.com/Sharon19. That's SHARON 19. And with the package C offer, the $100 discount is expiring tomorrow evening, so that's Friday evening. So if you're interested in getting that, those extra sessions, make sure you jump in now. Like I said, a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people upgrade. So after they have that one session, then they're upgrading to the other ones, or to the higher ones. So if you want to jump in on that discount, it does expire tomorrow, Friday night. So you'll see that on there.
I want to say also something that a few people looked up my name and my website and wrote to me about getting their own time with me. And I would love to do that, but it's so much cheaper to go through this community. So I'm just saying it to everybody. Not that I wouldn't love to work with you, but really you're getting such a huge discount. So take me up on it.
Awesome. Yeah,
Thank you.
awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah.
So my memory has left me. I know we wanted to talk about like common themes that are coming up with our community.
Yes.
I didn't ask you that yet, did I?
No. So I thank you for asking, though.
You bet.
We started to touch on it about that a lot of us in this community are healers. I also found two other things. One is that a lot of the community know how to give, and they feel like they need to be in service, but they forget about themselves completely. They don't know how to receive anything into their life, or even that they need to focus on that. Then the energy needs to, I just want to tell everybody, the energy needs to be balanced. If you are a healer, you need to balance the energy, and everybody in general, between the giving and receiving. But especially if you're a healer, because if you're not balanced and you're going to give something, then you're totally going to be out of whack. And I don't even want to go to where your body is going to go to. You know, you could get some diseases, but the spleen shows me the boundaries. A lot of people have no boundaries or have an issue with boundaries. And I know I've worked on it my whole life, because for us being healers, it's so easy to give and to take care of people, but it's not so easy to let things in. So that's one of the major things that I've seen. Another thing that I've seen is a combination of weight and problem with the pancreas. The pancreas, and you know, my guides told me that 94% of all people have problems with the pancreas, because anything that had happened when we were anywhere in our lives, our parents got divorced, our husband left us, one parent or another passed away when we were little, any kind of trauma registers in the spleen, in the pancreas. And as long, there's no time. So as long as we didn't release it and heal it, it's still sitting there in the pancreas. And it could show up as extra weight. It could show up as loving sweets. It could show up as not liking sweets and not eating sugar. But mostly most people do prefer to have sweets to sweeten their life when they didn't heal it yet. So when I look at it and I point it out to you, then we look at all the incidents that were traumatic, and we get tools from your guides and my guides how to take small steps to heal it. And then we look at the food as well. Now, they would not tell you to just eliminate sugar, eliminate carbs, eliminate everything else. They will just guide you very slowly, step by step, to make it comfortable for you, that you will not feel the difference at first, but slowly they will bring you to the place that you'll have balance in your life. And that's what we need: balance in the body and balance in the life. And balance in the body and the life means that we healed some things. Now, is that going to set you up forever? No, we always have issues come up, but we'll have the tools to know how to deal with everything, and we'll know how to look ahead and see what can come to the body, what shows up, what's the body whispering to you. We'll be more aware. So that's my 2 bits.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
I also want to just read this, and then we'll take some more live callers. But Nyla, who works behind the scenes with From Heartache to Joy, she creates all of our beautiful pages, and she's like the operations guru. Like, she sets everything, makes everything work with From Heartache to Joy. She had a session with you after I was raving. I'm like, Nyla,
Thank you.
you better get on board. So she just put up her success story on your page. So I just want to read it. I begged her to come on, but she's very shy. So I'm just going to read it. So she says, my session with Sharon was nothing short of amazing. Right from the moment she found my brain in neat compartments, typical of an organized person, I know she was going to literally blow my mind off. No pun intended. Nyla's very funny.
Yeah.
From there on, her analysis of every organ was so accurate, and some of them were an eye-opener for me. She told me how my right giving side organs were overworking and the left receiving side was pretty much depleted. In fact, it was hilarious when she asked me if I was sure I had 2 kidneys. I assured her I did, but she said they were pretty much invisible as they were spinning in full speed or overworking. She did a healing on me while I was sleeping that night, and I assume she found my missing kidney, as I had a bladder full to relieve in the morning, which is usually not the case for me. I followed the suggestions she made to balance my organs, and I have been feeling great ever since. My spine seems aligned, and there is less tension and stress on my shoulders and neck. I also took her advice to focus on my diet and went to meet an Ayurvedic doctor today. That was April 11th. She told me all about it. Everything the doctor mentioned was exactly what Sharon diagnosed as well. I have excessive pitta and vata dashas, fire and air elements, causing all the inflammation and acidity. She planned a wonderful regime for me to detox and then start a healthy and balanced diet plan. I would not have taken this initiative to go to this doctor had Sharon not explained all the stuff going wrong with my organs. I'm so grateful for her insight into my body. She has a soothing and calm demeanor, which immediately puts you at ease. I highly, highly recommend to get a total body scan upgrade. Trust me, your organs will thank you for it. And again, that's from Nyla.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I have to thank her. Thank you
Yes,
for reading it.
you're welcome, because
I'm so glad.
Nyla's not one to freely sing praises for healers if she's not experiencing profound shifts. So when you see a success story, it's the real deal coming from all of us, but Nyla in particular, because she's very, she doesn't take sessions up very quickly. So I just have to put that out with, for her to trust Sharon after my experience is a big deal. So that's pretty cool to hear.
Thank you. That's so sweet. Thank you
You're
so much.
welcome. You're welcome.
Make sure to write to her.
Yes. So, and we also have a comment back from Russell. He says, thank you, Sharon, for your assessment. It really struck a positive chord for me. Many blessings.
Thank you. Thank you, Russell.
All right. So we have another write-in here from Susanna. She's saying, hello, can you scan? Oh, I don't have her last name. Susanna, can you write back in with your last name and then I will read your comment. So while you are doing that, let's bring over our next caller, which is Maria. Maria is coming.
Okay.
All right, there's Maria.
Oh,
Let me
hi,
unmute.
Maria.
Hi,
Oh,
Maria.
Hello.
Oh,
How are
hi.
you?
Hi. How are you?
Hi.
Are you at work? I can't hear you well.
Are you?
Yes.
Oh, everybody's freezing today. How about that? You
Yeah.
said, Sharon, that happened.
Yeah. I know, because so many entities and so much energy is going on. So I kind of had a pre notion about it.
All right. So Maria, I know that you wrote in, so I'm gonna read your write-in instead. So I'll. Is that okay? I'm gonna read your write-in. I can see you now.
Yes.
Can you? You might be able to talk if you want to. Now you seem good.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. Hi. Thank you. Mine is really all the way from the top of my head, especially the neck, the right side, shoulders, and all the way, especially sometimes the ribs and the lower abdomen, all the way down to my toes. And I just heard what you said about receiving. So, but it's been a while. I had a hip injury also, and I'm just always thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I'm very active. I love movement, dance, and I just, you know, I'm just wondering why and how to heal that to pursue what makes me joyful and happy.
So all the things you mentioned are things that hurt you, or when you practically mentioned all of the parts in your body. So I'm just
I
wondering.
know that it's the right side. Yeah, it's like the
Yeah.
right side of my body.
Mhm.
Definitely. And my,
Yeah.
you know, my sight too, like blurry sight.
Interesting. Okay. So that's the giving side, right? That's the side that you give and you do a lot. And you forget about yourself. Is that why your left is not really there?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Because you have the combo of all of your body. So he's like screaming to you, hello, you're forgetting yourself. That's all of me. That's you. And the hips are identity. So
Mm,
yeah. Does that speak to you?
I'm a little, yeah, I've been through a lot of personal trauma and
Mm-hmm.
released all of that, like lineage and
Mm-hmm.
ancestors and family, like close
Good.
family now, but I'm still in that phase of what's next, or
Mm-hmm.
where do I go? What do I do?
Mm-hmm.
You
Okay.
know, how to do it. And I also
Um,
have a son that I'm, you know, about to graduate from high school. So that's
nice.
always there. Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. Yeah. It's nice, and you're probably kind of uh, anxious about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
the world in general. It's not a
Yes.
gentle place to release. I'll
Right.
just say
Let me
that.
let me give you an affirmation right off the bat.
Okay.
I am loved and supported by my universe. You know, Einstein said, I really like this quote as well. There are two ways to
Mm,
live your life. One is through the eyes of everything is against you. I'm not quoting him exactly, but that's the gist of it. And
mhm,
um, one is to look through it that everything is here for you in some way. It serves you in some way.
mhm,
So I would like you to start looking back at your life, all the bad things that had happened, and I want you to see how it benefited you in some way. In what way it made you stronger, for sure, right?
Yes. Yes, it did.
Yes.
Yes, it did.
So I want you to focus on what it gave you and not what it took away from you. And I want you
Mm-hmm.
to know that now that you're starting to bring your frequency up,
Mm-hmm.
then I will say that you will attract to you and have that intention to attract to you
Mm.
experiences and people that are going to give you and support you and not take away from you. Because that's
Okay.
why your body is falling apart, because first of all the bad things that you've healed but not healed, they're still somewhere in your energy because you're still afraid of people. And when I look at you energetically, you can't see me, I'm frozen, but it's like you're hiding from the world in a way because
Mm.
you feel like everybody's pulling at you and tagging at you and taking your energy and using you in some way. So I want you to understand how powerful you are, that you could change that around and you can make it. The more light you have from the inside, the less
Mm.
people can do anything to you. So
Okay.
just have this image of you taking back your power
Mm-hmm.
and going forward in full power, thinking about how does life serve you? What is the next step for you where you can feel that you're acting from a place of strength, not from a place of being of fear and being not knowing and being worried about what the next step is.
Mm.
Does
I
that
know
make
I'm a
sense?
healer. Yes, I know that for
Okay.
sure. What you said earlier is strong. And I
Yes.
know the modality. I've been told that I'm a shaman of many
Mm-hmm.
gifts.
Yes.
But dance
Right.
and movement, that's why I ask, is really my passion, my heart. I fly
Mm-hmm.
when I'm dancing. It's just, I can't
Right.
even express how I feel when I'm doing it. But it's just those doors, or how to pursue that in a healing modality is what I keep asking myself. For me, my own personal like
Yeah.
growth.
Are you are you asking which healing modality?
Mm-hmm. Or
Okay, let me close my eyes for a minute and go inwards and I'll tell you. Well, definitely I'm seeing you using your hands. Have you studied anything with your hands? Massage, personal touch, yeah, have you studied any of that?
not on my own, not
Oh, do
not
you
academically.
would you like to? Is that something that speaks to you?
Yes, it does.
Okay, so I see your hands very, very active in that you can
Mm.
open your chakras in your hands and you have a lot of energy that could come through you to give those people to start healing. And then you could
Okay.
move into other things that you could do it also remotely as well. So start planning to take little baby steps
Mm-hmm.
towards you becoming that healer. And you know, the thing is, I know from personal experience, healer, heal thyself is the first thing. But it never
Yes.
ends. Yeah, we always work on ourselves. So don't be worried about not being perfectly fine. You always, as long as you're a step or two ahead of the person you're helping in the way that you're helping them, you're ahead of
Mm.
the game and you can help them. So take your personal experience and use that as tools to help these people that you're going to work on the
Okay.
body. Okay. And if you could, again, I'm not trying to sell you anything, but there's a lot of information that I'll be giving in these classes that I'm going to do. If you want
Mm-hmm.
to take them, it will help you bring your awareness up about the body, because you're going to be learning a lot of things
Mm-hmm.
that will help people, and this will take it to another level if you want to.
Mm. Okay. All
Okay.
right. How
Does
is
that
it like? How does it affect my finances? It's like it's just that's the issue mostly, because like it keeps me in a standstill. Like I can't you know, what I just described, a child going off to college, and just, you know, in general, I know I let go of a lot. I had to. There's no other way to live without letting that go. But
Right.
how do I create my own
So
power? Yeah,
right now you're working full time?
I'm more domestically. It's you know, we want to call it full
Okay.
time. Yeah, a lot of
Okay.
hours.
Okay. So you might have, would you have about maybe 5 to 10 hours a week to start doing, first of all, start taking a class that you like in to use a method to heal.
Hmm.
And second of all, after that is done, then you could use the 5 or 10 hours to start bringing in clients, and
Okay.
then you just kind of phase out slowly. I'm not one of those people that say go full out, quit your job and go straight for what you want. No, slowly, just
Hmm.
transition slowly, okay? Very slowly. It could take time, but as long as you have a direction and you're doing also things that you love, and you might also want to teach dancing. How about, did you think of that?
Yes, I always think about
That's
that. Yes.
that's very healing for people. I always
Mhm.
imagine myself dancing, and it soars. My spirit just soars when I dance, you know? And
Yeah.
I'm sure it's true for a lot of people. So how about looking for a place where you could teach a couple times a week or even once a week, just to start in the right direction?
Hmm.
Does that sound
Okay.
okay?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds great.
So
Nice.
doing these things will help you feel better about what you're doing. And they will
Okay.
bring in the money. It will bring in more money. The more you do things that make your heart soar, the more
Mhm.
money it will attract to you.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank
Yes.
you so much. Good
Take
luck.
Thank
care
you.
of you,
Wish you
Maria.
love. Thank you,
Thank you
Maria.
so much.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
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 Thank
Thanks.
Yeah, that's so important. Taking that step for us. And it's such a common theme for all of us here. So,
Yes, absolutely.
you know, and one thing that while you're talking, and I want to mention one thing that was interesting with working with you, Sharon, was that when you were scanning organs and kind of going through that, like you were like, there's no time and place. Like some of it might be happening now, or it may be in the future. And when you see it all. So I thought that was very interesting.
Thank you. Yeah, I do see both future and past, and I point that out when I work with the person, so they'll know where it's going if they don't listen to it.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
important. So important.
yeah, right.
All right, so back to Susanna. We have
All
her
right.
last name, and this is her first time ever in a Zoom meeting. So welcome, Susanna.
Oh,
Glad
welcome.
to have you. And her last name is Virtanen, Virtanen. So that is her name.
Okay.
And she's saying, can you scan my right shoulder? I have a lot of trouble there, and
Mhm.
I also took few energy healings for it already, but there seems to be something stuck. Do you have any insights?
Yeah, the first thing I see is that you're trying to push something with in life. What are you trying to push? What are you trying to get to that is you're trying to push out of your own area? Um, does it ring a bell? Is she writing in? She's writing in, right?
Yes, writing in.
Because I like to have a back and forth, but I feel like there's something in your life that you're pushing away from yourself, and you're using the right shoulder to go at it. Um, and it feels like it's a big load for you. Um, so without really going deep, because I don't have the time to really look into what the reason is, but I want you to think about it. And what I would like you to do is, once you figure that out,
She says
then,
yes.
oh,
One person, but he's now away.
oh, okay. So I had a feeling that it was someone close, like a husband. And if is he away for forever, or is he just away right now?
She can clarify, but to
Okay.
me, it feels like it looks like he's away now.
Now,
That's
right?
away, yeah.
Okay. So you need to put some boundaries, and you need to step up into your power, and not to push from a physical place, but to just claim who you are, to claim that you're important enough, that you need to do things, and you need to have boundaries with him, and he needs to consider what you need. And I know I'm saying that, and it is very hard for you to really let it in, because you've been dancing for so long in this way and you don't really see a way out. But again, do it in baby steps. So claim one thing. For example, I'm just saying it as an example. If your husband, for example, doesn't like when you go out shopping and you come home and he asks you, how much did you spend? Then you just say, I work, or I do my part in the home, and it is my prerogative to get something for myself. You're not my boss. You're my partner. So I can live my life the way I feel it, considering you, of course, but you cannot tell me how to run my life in that way. You cannot tell me not to do things that are important. But I know, again, it's scaring you to say that. Think of the way that you could say that will be strong, from a strong position of power, but not in a verbal way, just in an energetic way, so he can get it. And of course, it's going to create a kind of like a shakeup for him, and it will not be easy, but you still have to that is your lesson in this life. The major one is to claim your power and stick to it. So you please do that for yourself. I wish I can support you in more than this, but it's really important. And I know most of the calls, I'm not just saying it, I've been through it. So I know what it feels like, that you need to do things like that.
So
I hope-
important. And she writes
Yeah.
back, oh yes, thank you. That's exactly what's been happening.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I didn't want to go, whatever. Okay, good. I'm glad. And please, 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 I can't stress enough how important it is that you claim your power for yourself, because when you say to yourself, I'm important, I'm loved, I'm worth doing what I need to do for myself, then the energy that goes out is different than I'll do anything to please you, And please understand, there's no criticism in anything I'm saying. There's only love and support for you. Do come from a place in yourself where you feel you are worth. It's your life. It's your journey. You set it up the way you feel you want to. I hope that helps.
So important. Such an
Yeah.
important message.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. So one more caller. And the next one is Judy. Judy, you are coming over. All right.
Hi, Judy.
Hi, Judy. Welcome.
Welcome.
Can you hear us? Oh, I can't hear you. Can you turn up your volume maybe? We can't hear you, Judy.
Maybe her volume is off. She doesn't know.
I see she's not muted. So is your volume on your computer or your phone? Oh, we still can't hear you, Judy. Can you type in what you want Sharon to work on? Because we can't hear you. If you can type in, that would help, since we can't hear you.
Yeah.
All right, so let's bring over the next one is Alex. Alex, you're coming over. All right, there's Alex.
Hello? Yes? you
Hi,
hear me?
Alex. You're
Hi,
on.
Alex.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I want.
Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say I wanted to name my daughter Alex, and I ended up naming her Alexa. So I love the name.
Okay, thank you. So, yeah, well, I've had some like physical issues, I guess, with in my head a lot. I have skin issues like eczema and that kind of thing. But recently I've kind of felt stuff around my head and my ears and also my skin. So I was wondering if you can get
Yeah.
any read on that.
Sure. So, like I said, the head is about being in conflict, and I'll look at it in a minute, but I just want to state it so whoever listens can get something out of it. And then your skin is what keeps you safe from the outside world. So let me ask you, how safe do you feel you are? How are you with people?
I mean, I feel pretty safe.
You
I
do?
do. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it may be at a deeper level, obviously, like
Yeah,
maybe, earlier on or something,
right.
like a fight or flight kind of thing or something, but I don't feel it on a, you know,
On a
sort of,
conscious level.
yeah, on a
It's
conscious or,
Yeah, it's subconscious, right?
right.
Okay, so let me just go into your head for a moment. I feel like there's a lot of kind of awakening of your inner senses in your head. What do you do? Let me ask you. What do you, can I ask you that?
Well, I've just gone back to work, but I was kind of mothering for a long time, and I've been a teacher. I do some writing. On my own. I
Yeah.
sort of do a lot of spiritual kind of healing,
Right.
modalities, stuff like that. Look into a lot of that, and yeah.
Right. So that's what's waking up in you is the inner senses. Like, I'll tell you exactly which ones. Hold on. Your auditory. You listen to things and you get things better through your hearing. Do you feel that?
Yeah, I definitely have sensitivity to that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is definitely opening up the inner hearing. So when I say inner hearing, I mean, if you hear your guides, it will be in words. Yeah, you get information from a different dimension. You get it through your hearing, and also you sense things too. You sense them. Do you feel that you sense things?
Yeah, I think I have pretty strong intuition. And
Yes. So the rest of the things are opening up for you. The next one would be the visual, the inner vision, the third eye. But right now there's some conflict going on. So let's see what the conflict is about. Are you conflicted about doing things that bring in money and about doing things that you want to be doing?
kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
There is a conflict around that.
Yeah. Okay. I understand that. So the only way that I could tell you that you could do that is, again, like I was saying to the caller a couple of callers ago, is just go slowly. So start by doing what you need to do because you went back to work now. And maybe take a few hours a week if you could, maybe 5 to 10 hours a week to start doing things towards the spiritual work that you want to be doing, teaching spiritual work and doing healings like that. So start setting up a way for you to do it and just take baby steps in that direction. And when you'll be ready and you'll have more clients and you'll feel more comfortable that you can let go of the normal job that you have that brings in the money and just transition into that, what you love to do. And or you could do both. I still do, it's funny, but I still do the real estate property management because I love doing it and I love being on both, but I do mostly healing. So, you could do both if you want to. If you don't want to, then you'll transition yourself whenever you'll be ready. But know that I want to set your mind at ease because I feel like you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself.
Uh-huh.
There is no worries about, oh my God, I'm already at this age and I'm not doing what I really want to be doing. That's nonsense. It's out the window because there's no time really. The time is when it's right for you, and it hasn't been right until now for a reason.
Uh-huh.
So now it's going to start to be better for you. And the other thing is that nobody is standing behind you besides yourself and saying, go, 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 you know? Take your time, do it in a way that you're not feeling threatened or fearful.
Uh-huh.
And just be very loving and kind to yourself, like you would be for someone that you'll be teaching, you know, spiritual things. That's the most important thing, is to give ourselves what we want to give others, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does it help a little with the conflict in your head?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I don't know. I have to sit on it for a little bit.
Sit on it. But while I have you, with your permission, I'm going to go in and do some clearing. Is that okay?
Sure, thank you.
Sure, my pleasure. So I do see you writing, just because I went in your head and I see that. So you could start writing at night, you know, do some, and then when you'll be ready, you'll put it all together. But let me just keep going and clearing. I definitely see good things coming from you in writing, just so you know, if you wanted to do it more.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you have a lot to say, and I like the way you say it. I'm just getting the energy of it, so I'm telling you. And don't forget to breathe really deeply. I would recommend that you take a few times a day, just take a few minutes to really breathe very deeply. Maybe do like a 6 counts in, hold for 6, exhale for 6, and hold at the bottom of the breath for 6. Just so you could get, because I feel like there's a lot of static energy because you're not giving yourself the spaciousness in the body. So the breath would help with that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I found
that. Okay. Thank you so much, Alex. I wish you an enjoyable journey.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks for joining, Alex. Keep us posted.
Okay.
Yes, please do.
All right.
Thank you.
Awesome.
You know, Gretchen, I just want to tell everybody that, again, I'm not sitting at top of the mountain and telling people what to do, because I want to share when Debbie called me about the interview with Iram, I was so scared to go on a bigger platform, because I've been doing this forever. I wasn't scared about talking to people and figuring out. I was scared about just taking myself out there. And I felt I hit my knees so badly when Debbie called. She didn't know what to do to help me out because she was obviously on the phone from in another city. But I just want to tell everybody, you know, we are always fearful of doing things that are stretching us. But we need to just, if we don't do it with the fear, then we end up getting into a deeper, darker place. Let's put it that way. We wanna start pushing ourselves a little bit, you know. Yeah, that's what I want to tell everybody. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So Judy wrote in. So because we promised her, let's do Judy's reading, and then we can close out the call.
Okay.
It's Judy Castro, and she says, my shoulder, heart, and pancreas are hurting.
Wow. Interesting that she picked up on that. Okay. Let me just tune in for a second to see what we want to tell her. I'm also getting stuff in the back. So the pancreas is about having some trauma, like I was talking about before, that was not healed, and it's sitting in the pancreas. And the heart has to do with that trauma. I want to know, can you write into, well, let me just check you. I wanted to see if you have some physical problems with your heart or if it just feels painful. Let me check. Yeah, I do feel like you might be under some supervision. Your vein or artery looks a little bit worn out, I would say, a little bit. But I do feel that everything can be fixed energetically. So know that. I just hope you're not on some medicine that has some side effects. That's all I wanted to know, if you're on some medicine for the heart. The shoulder is, I'm sure it's all tied to the same thing. So you've had to fend off and protect yourself, and you're probably right-handed because you're with your shoulder, you're protecting and you're fending yourself, and I'm seeing you kind of making room for yourself with that shoulder. And so without going deeper into the trauma, first I want to just work on it. And the second thing is, I wish you could take the classes, or if you could take some time with me, I will help you go deeper. Let me just be quiet for a moment so I could do some clearings. Also, I wanted to know how do you eat? Are you eating a lot of sugar? Are you minding the sugars?
She is not on medicine.
She's
Sharon.
not?
No.
Okay, good. So we don't want you to be on medicine. So I feel like the pain is just spiritual pain. So I'm going in there and just clearing it all out, and then I'll transmute the energy and bring it back as pure love for you. Hold on a moment. Judy, I do want to give you some something to do with yourself. I feel like you need to really learn to love yourself very deeply. And that's where the heart is hurting, because you were not given the love that you needed, and it would be good for you to give it to yourself at this point. And any point is good to give it to ourselves, but please write post-it notes everywhere to yourself. I love you. And I will give you an affirmation too. I am loved unconditionally and supported by my universe. I love myself deeply and unconditionally. Yeah, these two should be a start. And so say them as many times a day as you can. For all the people that I gave any affirmations, say them to yourselves as many times as possible for at least, I would say, more than 30 days, so that you could put that program into your subconscious, and the subconscious will spit out a different pattern for you. I hope this helps, Judy. Let us know.
Thank you. She did say she's minding sugars, 45 grams at each meal.
Okay, 45 at each meal? That's a lot. Please try to substitute, maybe have, what do you call that? Sugar, stevia. Try to have stevia instead of sugar, and see things that you buy, like if it's yogurt or whatever it is, please check the sugars. I know some of the people in the community were shocked. I think one of them wrote a letter about it. They were shocked to learn how much sugar is in the things that they choose to eat every day, not knowing. Please check that out. And I would cut the sugars even more. Okay. Thank you, Judy.
Perfect. Thanks, Judy. Keep us posted. She's saying thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right. Well, I want to give your special offer link again. It's orderjoynow.com/Sharon19. That's SHARON 19. And like I said, if you guys want to take advantage of package C, it will go up by $100 tomorrow night. So if you want to take advantage with those extra sessions, jump in now. So that's all I have, besides a big thank you, Sharon, for joining. Is there anything else you want to say?
Thank you, first of all, Gretchen, and thank each and every one of you. I wish we could have gotten to more of you. Maybe we could do this in a few weeks again when you'll have time, Gretchen. I would love to help more people that are not feeling ready to get the packages. But if you can get it, I'm sure we can help you figure out a way to come into balance and health. And thank you so much for being here and sharing your lives with me. I really am humbled and honored. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Sharon. And thank you, everyone, for joining us today. I appreciate all of you, and I'm so happy to have you here. And other than that, I think we're good for the day. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah,
thanks, Sharon.
thank you, everybody. Thank you, Gretchen, very
All
much.
right. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.